right? Like in LICO, we always believe in the 80-20 rules. 80% of the time, if we eat healthy, take good care of ourselves, work out properly, sleep enough. Like I had over 8 hours of sleep last night. So it was like really good. Okay. And then 20% of the time, then we can, really enjoy indulge with the food that we like. Like, when I was back home for the last 1 week or so, didn't really have time to do exercise, and all that. But if we are doing it enough, right, on our usual days, I think it's okay just to enjoy ourselves, right, during the holiday. So let me just bring out the slides for today that I'm going to share with you. Thanks for joining, and also thanks for sharing, this link with your friends as well. I do hope, right, we do hope to be able to um, share this webinar with more people, and more can benefit from it so that we can learn together and also grow together. All right, so let's get started. Today I'm going to talk about the fitness New Year resolutions. Whether staying fit is one of your New Year resolution or not, right? That's the question. Research shows that about 60% of the people will put fitness as one of the New Year resolution. So it could be simple things like, I want to start running 3 times a week. I want to lose 5 kg in a year. Or I want to build muscle, increase my muscle mass, or bring down my body fats. Or things like, I want to bring down my cholesterol reading, blood sugar, blood pressure, right? For some of our friends, even is to increase weight. Because for my clients, many of them are actually underweight, especially having the issue of sarcopenia and osteoporosis. Because of age, because of not eating well, they're actually losing muscle mass and bone mass, right? So this could be part of the fitness goals as well. And of course, I've got the even more garang ones who wants to go and start to run half marathon or even marathon. Last year, I've got clients who wanting and achieve, she actually achieved to trek up to Annapurna Base Camp, right? To go for trekking, okay, to go and climb a mountain, etc. So this can all be our fitness goals, right? That we can work on it. Okay, so let's look at what we can do for this year. And the first question is, are physical activities necessary for everyone? What do you think? Is it a must? Is it necessary? Or is it actually optional? Because I've got so many people who tell me that I've got no time. I am too weak to do any exercise. I'm too old. Um, just being too stressful, etc., etc. Right? But if we really look at the research, regular physical activity is really very important in reducing the risk of chronic disease. Right? So this is WHO. So you can see WHO is that physical inactivity is the fourth leading risk factor for global mortality. It's accounting for about 6% of death globally, and overweight or obesity are responsible for about 5% of it. Okay? Some research even say that, lack of physical activity is like smoking many, many cigarettes, for example, every day. It's as bad as that. But we know that it's not going to be good if we don't exercise. So this is the latest report. This is the first report that's published by WHO, right? To say that regular physical activity actually promote both mental and physical health, and is beneficial for people of all ages and ability. Right? And of course, it also says it's never too late to start. So at any time, that's what I always share with my friends as well. Today is always your youngest day for the rest of your life, right? So it's never too late to start anything. But WHO also report that 81% of adolescents and 27.5% of adults currently do not meet WHO's recommended level of physical activity, meaning we are not having enough exercise. Not just exercise, but just active lifestyle, physical activity. It's not really, the exercise that we're talking about. It could just be walking up the stairs, for example, walking from one place to another, etc. Just having enough movement. Okay, and then what happened? Globally, about 500 million new cases of preventable, non-communicable disease will occur in the next 10 years. So in these 10 years, there are about 500 million people would have non-communicable disease, meaning things like hypertension, high cholesterol, obesity, all these chronic disease. These are not communicable, and it's mainly we have it because of our lifestyle and diet, right? And half of this is result of hypertension, which in Singapore is also a increasing percentage, and 43% will result from depression. Why is it so actually? Because we know that depression can cause many chronic disease as well. For example, hypertension, and we don't have enough sleep. When we have depression, for example, it could lead to obesity, eating disorder, high blood sugar, cholesterol, you name it. Right? So physical activity is important to maintain both physical health and mental health. Okay, and then it says that it will cause a very large economic cost, and it will account for about 70% of healthcare expenses is a result from physical inactivity. So, just to save money in our future, to save medical costs, we need to move, right? We need to move to save that. And in Singapore, this is the latest health survey, National Health Survey for 2022. It says that residents who are having sufficient physical activity has decreased from 84% in 2019, as pre-COVID time, to 74% in 2022, post-COVID time. So it's just in a matter of 3 years after COVID, about 10% of the people didn't meet, right? Additional 10% of people didn't meet the physical activity requirement by Ministry of Health. Okay, so these are big numbers. That is why if question asked, are physical activity necessary for everyone, the answer is a yes. It's a loud and clear yes. We all need to have physical activity. I'm sure all of you here in this webinar today are already doing some kind of physical activity, right? That's why you are here. You're concerned about your health and fitness. But how much do we need? So that's the next question. Yes, we say that we all need, but how much do we need, right? So next, this is what we're going to explore. This is the guideline by WHO, World Health Organizations. It says that being active has significant health benefit for heart, body, and mind. Whether you're walking, cycling, dancing, or doing sports, or doing anything, playing with your kids as well. So the guideline number 1 is to limit sedentary time and to replace it with some physical activity. Any is better than none. Could be, for example, I'm staying on the 9th floor, right? So whenever, if I wear a proper shoes, a comfortable shoe, I will walk up the steps to go home, right? If you're at level 2, level 3 and all that, I think this is something that we can do on a daily basis. Or just move more rather than asking someone to get you the remote control, to get you the cup of water. Go yourself to do it. All right, so any movement is better than no movement. So exactly how much? This is the slide that you need. For pregnant or postpartum women, 150 minutes per week. That's about 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Try to do it consistently 5 days a week. It's definitely better than being a weekend warrior. For example, try to clock that 75 minutes on Saturday and 75 minutes on Sunday, right? We know that for some people who are working might be challenging, but just 30 minutes a day, right? And for adults and older adults, 150 to 300 minutes per week. And children and adolescents, we need 60 minutes per day. That's why WHO says that over 80% of the children and adolescents don't meet even the 60 minutes a day. Some just get like 30 minutes 3 times a week during PE lessons in school. And if they're not active, if they're not doing anything else on their own, right, a lot of people will not be able to meet. And they especially need even more compared to adults because they are growing and they need all these physical stimulants to make them stronger and grow better, right? And for adults, 2 days a week, we want some muscle strengthening activities. That's why we say resistance, be it using body weight, using dumbbell, using weights, resistance band to do this. And for older adults, I would say nowadays we define older adults that those above 70 years old. 3 times a week, we want to do balancing and strength activity. Tai Chi is good, yoga is great as well, or stretching, right? That help to maintain our balance and agility so that we stay agile, right? And for those who can, or for those who wants to, for example, build muscle, preventing the losing of muscle mass, lose fats, lose weight, you need more than 300 minutes a week, sorry, more than 300 minutes a week, right? So try to go for 1 hour of physical activity. For example, yesterday I did 1 hour of power yoga plus another 30 minutes of stretching, right? Just do yin yoga, actually stretching on a mat. That is also good. So that totals up to 90 minutes for that day, for yesterday. Okay, today what I'm going to do is that 1 hour of HIIT. I'm going to coach HIIT later. Although it's 1 hour, the actual workout time is about 45 minutes, right? Then I'll go for my zone 2 training for another 45 minutes, right? I'll share with you what is zone 2 training. For those who are really don't have enough time, really lack of time, you can go for 75 to 150 minutes of vigorous activities. For example, HIIT. Okay, for example, some workout classes like body weights, body combat, those with a lot more jumping and bouncing. Then we actually bring up the intensity, then we can shorten the time of workout, right? For moderate intensity, we need 150 to 300 minutes, right? Can? Okay, so this is what we need. Let's aim for 300 minutes for those of you who are already working out. Of course, for those who have not worked out, you can start with 20 minutes a day, right? Just 15, 20 minutes a day is already a good start, right? And then many friends would tell me that I don't want to commit to a gym because it's too expensive. We're looking at a gym membership of $100 a month, right? Something that is too much. Also quite scary because of all the machines, so many people there. I don't want to do that as well. But of course, we can do it without even a gym, right? Not having a gym is not a problem, especially during COVID time. We have experienced that. I started to do my personal trainer training during COVID time. In 2020, I get my PT certification actually. Okay? So you can make use of the parks, all this exercise equipment. You can do your chin up. Sorry, loud. You can do all this exercise very simply by using the exercise, right? Exercise facilities in the park. There are so many of it, right? And we can do this as well. Of course, I do cycling also. Also only started during COVID time, right? Now I did a lot less because really with my husband, with Joseph, going back to office, like started traveling and all that, starting to get challenging. But I really enjoy cycling. It's really very fun. And we go and see the different places in Singapore, right, from a different angle, slower. Because always driving, we don't get to see all these sceneries. Of course, the good thing is that it's helped increase our heart rate. right? You can listen to our favorite music. I always play music when I write as well. And of course, I always write with my family, like my husband, with my kid, right? So that's what you can do. You can do rollerblades, skateboarding. You can just do walking, actually. Walking is also good enough, right? We love to do inline skating. So that's what we do as well. Rollerblades, inline skate, and use the Healthy 365, right? I think many of us, we met through the Healthy 365 webinar. So this is what we can do. And just, these are the things that I've already booked. These are the sessions that I've already booked. Bikram yoga, this is a hot yoga at 40 degrees, right? So with 40 degrees, even if we don't do anything, we'll be sweating like crazy. But with the 26 yoga move, what I find is that I get a bit more flexible, a bit more agile with the temperature. So it works very well. I love it. That is Bikram. At Tampines, we have the warm yin yoga as well. It's a very slow pace, just warm. You won't be sweating a lot, but good enough. Some resistance workout, F45 training I'm going to attend. These are all in the gym setting. These are all indoor, right? Body art. This is about jumping and a lot of body movements and floor works as well, right? So these are all that you can attend for free. Right? Just look at your Healthy 365. There are so many every day. So I'm really thankful for that. Actually, and of course, I coach HRIT as well. Every Thursday, if you're at Tampines, join me at 6:30 p.m., right? We'll be starting new sessions at Imperial Mall as well in town. Right? So if you work in town, keep a lookout for it and I'll update you as well that we can exercise together. Right? So these are the other ones. Zoom sessions as well. There are so many. So if you're at home, this is what you can do. Yoga, HRIT, K cardio, even fight do, all kinds of exercise. Find one that you like and follow. Of course, we need to pick a suitable one. Start with the low intensity one. Starting from last year or the year before, I started to volunteer at the Brahm Center to teach elderly yoga. So find that it's pretty good as well. From cannot bend a lot, from not very flexible. After many months of working together, they get more and more flexible. They say that they can sleep better, less of the aches and the sore. So all these are useful workout. Find one that is suitable for you. And then we start to increase to more moderate to vigorous, right? Based on the intensity, based on our fitness level. So today, what I'm going to share with you are these are some of what I do through 365. Okay? The body pump, this is high repetition with weights. So the good thing about this is that you decide how heavy you want to put. So you can do it very light, but you can add on weights if you want more. Right, of course, there are yoga sessions. This is a chair yoga session. They are attended as well. And these are the HRIT, right? That I also coach. So pick one that is suitable for you. I'm sure you can find that something that's good for you. And best still, find a kaki to go together. Okay, so if you want to try out any of this session, let me know. We can always go together. I'm always good to experiment, try out different exercise types. And our body actually need all these different stimulations as well. Always try new ones, to stimulate ourselves. And you never know, you might fall in love with some of this. Okay, so share it with us here. I think we have a few people here, not many today, but you can still share. What's your favorite physical activity? You can learn from each other. You can put it in the chat. Is it yoga? Is it HIIT? Is it just simple jogging? Right? So that we can also learn from each other. And we can go and do it together, yeah? This is exactly what I want to do as well, a healthy community. Yes, we can come online to learn, but we can also come together offline to exercise, to learn cooking, and to do things together. All right. Okay, put in the chat if you have any activities that you'd like to share. Okay. Right. And then from there, I'd like to introduce to you our monthly fun walk. This is the LICO fun walk that we explore new places every month. So every month we go to different places. These are some of the pictures that we take at Botanic Gardens. Right, there are many beautiful monuments, places at the Botanic Garden. So these are the places that we go together every month. We can explore and walk the places, and we can take nice pictures together as well. Okay. And we can always start with something really, really basic, like wall planks, wall push-up, squats. Okay, that we can all start with just 12 repetition, 3 sets each. Right, this will take you about 10 minutes only, but it's a good start. Just go to the wall, put your hands shoulder width, and then just go up and down, right? Close to the wall and push yourself away from the wall. This is a push-up. You can just plank, just hold it there, and squats. Okay, and of course, we can upgrade it down to floor. And these are my squats, the squats that I do. My girl. Oops. Sorry, let me come back to this. Come back to these slides. Okay, so find a workout that's suitable for you, right? We can do this together. Okay, so this is our workout on Friday and Saturday morning. You can always join us, okay, on Zoom or at Tampines. Okay, so we'll be doing things like plank, push-ups, squats, lunges. You can add on dumbbell weights as well. Okay, so for those of you who really have no time, we can still do something at home. Like when you watch TV, when you watch news, for example, I often watch the 10 o'clock news, the Channel 8 news, right? So you can just walk during the news. Don't even have to jump, just walk. As long as we don't sit down, as long as we are doing some movement, it helps us to burn off not just the fats, but also bring down the blood sugar, especially after dinner. After dinner is actually quite a dangerous time, I would say, because most of us, especially for us who work, dinner tend to be our biggest meal. Because, after whole days of work, we find that it's time that we spend with our family, we are less stressful, and it's also time to reward ourselves with a good meal together with the family. But the issue will be we might overeat, right? So it would be good to just walk around after dinner. Last night we had a webinar at 8:30. Really good that one of the participants, she was doing her after dinner walk. Just walk for 30 minutes. If you track your blood sugar, you will be able to see the difference. After a full meal, you sit down, 2 hours later, track the blood sugar, versus after a full meal, you walk a bit, even at home, pack up the things, walk here and there, the blood sugar will be different. And we want our blood sugar to keep at a low level, so that the body can burn fats, the body can function properly. Okay? Something that you can do, switch to auto exercise mode, and when you lie down, when you watch TV, or when you first wake up, or before you sleep, you can do bridge. In fact, I work with some geriatric doctor for the old age. Bridge is one of the important things that we would want the elderly to be able to do. Because if you are able to do bridge, meaning you are still working on your feet, on your legs, and you won't need so much, you won't be depending so much on the help, like helpers and all that. So bridge is something very simple. I show you, okay? It's something very simple. So when you're lying down, right, you just do this, bring your butt up and down, right? So very simple, just do this, bring your hip up, bring your chest close to your chin, That helps to stimulate your thyroid glands as well. So just up and down. Just do 12 and 3 sets. 12% and 3 sets. Just up and down like this. This is the bridge. Or you can do leg raises. Okay, so convenient. You can see, bring your legs up and down. Trying to bring it straight and up and down. Right? Simple leg raises that you can do every day, regardless of your weight. Right? Simple stuff. Work on our glutes, our thigh, and bridge is especially good. Squeeze your glutes. It helps for especially women. Some women, as we age, right, and after giving birth and all that, we have issue like incontinence, not able to hold the urine very well. Bridge is a very good workout to help to strengthen the pelvic muscles. Right? Because some clients tell me that, they can't hold the urine very well, especially like when they laugh or when they cough. Have to keep going to clear the bladder. Right? But bridge is a very good exercise to help to strengthen our pelvic floor. You need to be able to do that. And of course, simple, basic stretching. Try to stretch all the time. This is one of my favorite stretch as well. I will just sit with my leg crossed, right? And then just stretch down. Bring the head down, just stretch. Okay. And you can really feel that you're stretching here. Right? Behind your thigh, it's usually very tight and some people even have pain. Right? So if you want, maybe we should do a Zoom sessions on stretching. What basic yoga stretches, right? If you want, let me know. We can do one. And again, I think I also asked many times, lunchtime might not be a very good time for this webinar anymore, as more and more people going back to office. A lot of friends tell me that, they'll be at work and all that. So if you think that we want to explore Wednesday night, because suggestions that to do this on Wednesday night, say 8:30 or 9 o'clock. So please let me know if Wednesday night is good for you. In a month or so, we might just want to switch it to Wednesday night. Right? Just share with me if this is good for you, because I want to try to retain as many people as I can, of course. Right? So strength exercise, you might just use a water bottle or weights. When you watch TV, for example, just do this. Bring up and up, for example, right? Bicep curl and bring it up. So that's work our bicep, tricep, and our shoulder, right? Even with water bottle, you can just bring it up like this, up and down, straight, up and down. So work on our shoulder as well, which is important. These are all our big muscle groups that we can work on. Okay, of course, housework. Housework can also help us to burn calories. So share out the housework, burn some calories as well. So some other things that in the day-to-day we can walk to the bus stop. For example, just now, I went to see May this morning from Tampines. Then I was just looking at my Google map, right? Take bus will take 25 minutes. Walk also 25 minutes. So I decided to walk, despite the rain. I just bring a big umbrella. So, short distance, we can walk. Just need to maybe spare a bit of time, but it's always good, to move our body. And legs, we know that our thighs has got our biggest muscle group. We have our quadriceps here, our quads and our glutes, right? So these are our biggest muscle group. Keep working on it. It works on our heart as well. It helps to strengthen our heart as well. So hang loose when you commute. This is the very interesting thing. Don't hold very tight. When you hang loose, right, you are trying to balance yourself, be it on an MRT or bus. Of course, be careful, be safe first. But when you're doing that, right, you're actually working on our core strength. You need your core you need to tighten your core, stand up straight to actually balance, maintain the balance. So in a way, if you commute a lot, you can hang loose and try to balance yourself and work on your core strength. Okay, invite someone to do this with you. Walk, jog, go up the stairs, bike, have a buddy so that we can encourage and nudge each other to do this together. Right? Like my husband, because he's working full time, and the minute government say that you can go back to office. He's already back in the office full time. And he also travels, travel for work at least once a month or even more, right? So whenever I have time, like for example, this evening, I hope it doesn't rain, the rain stops, right? I'll invite him to go jog with me, go exercise with me. So, find time, have a buddy so they encourage each other. And who likes to dance? I attended a dance, it's her Healthy 365 workshops at Apura Mall 2 weeks ago. It's a K-pop dance. I know I'm very bad at coordinating my hands and legs, but I think it's still okay. It's still good. So if you want to dance together, it's on Wednesday. They have it at Apura Mall at Lavender. So we can all attend together and dance together. All right. Go swimming. Those of you who can swim, I can't. You can swim. Swimming is very good. Or just take a walk in the pool. Especially some of the elderly or friends who has got weight issue, running or walking might have a big impact on the joints and they might feel the pain. Walk in the pool is very good. The water will cushion off the impact, and yet we still have the resistance. So you know that walking in the pool is more difficult than walking. Air resistance is less, right, compared to water resistance. So it's really good. Right? You can just like walk for 20 minutes in the pool. Stand up when you're on the phone or anytime. Of course, grow a garden. If you have a garden, in front of your house, do some gardening as well. These are all some movements. Go play with your kids, grandchildren, whatever. So now I'm going to tell you about Zone 2 training. And this is something that I just learned. Why do we want to do Zone 2 training? Is really to improve our heart rate, improve our basic endurance, and for fat burning. So there are 5 zones according to our heart rate. Very light is 50 to 60% of our maximum heart rate, or we can go light, moderate, hard, and maximum. A lot of people thought exercise, we need to push ourselves very hard, or we need to go maximum. Actually, no need. Okay, more and more research are telling us that we can just stay at zone 2, and it's good enough to improve our basic endurance and to burn fats. Okay, so what is zone 2 is 60 to 70% of the heart rate. So how to calculate the maximum heart rate? The formula is 220 minus your age. So assuming I'm 50 years old, I take 220 minus 50 is 170. Heartbeat 170 per minute. So if I go for 60 to 70%, which is my zone 2 heart rate, is looking at 102 to 119. I would say about 110 to 120. That kind of heart rate. It's not very much. It would be things that you can burn fats. And you have available all the oxygen it needs. So it will not go panting until you're very chuan, right? It's an easy zone that you can work out, but you can still carry out a conversation at the same time. Okay? You don't have to be so bad that you're panting so bad that you cannot actually carry on a conversation. But the body is good enough to burn fats. Right? So let me share with you how these things work. It'll be something like this. What you can do is just slow jog on the spot. Slow jog on the spot. This is what I did, right, for my zone 2 training. Okay, but what we need to do it 3 to 4 times a week, 40 to 60 minutes every time, and maintain the heart rate of 60 to 70. So when you feel that, you're already needing to pant too much already, you might just want to slow down. And if you feel that it's not enough, you can still sing a song, you want to increase the speed. So this is how it looks like. Okay, just slow jog on the spot. You can watch TV, you can listen to podcasts, you can learn something online at the same time when you do this, because you don't have to think very much when you do this, right? So I always listen to a YouTube video, learn some new knowledge when I do this, right? So why do we want to do this? Because when we do this, Okay, we improve the capacity of our mitochondria. It improves the mitochondrial function. Mitochondria is actually the component in our cells. Every cell, there's a mitochondria that works, that helps with the cell metabolism. So research shows that the number and efficiency of your mitochondria is directly proportionate to your metabolic capacity and lifespan. Okay, so when we do the zone 2 training, we maintain our heartbeat at a constant rate. We start to burn fats and we improve our mitochondrial function, and it improves the lactate transport between muscle fiber, meaning we will not be feeling a lot of sore, a lot of pain. The body can recover much faster. That's why we can keep doing this for 30 to 60 minutes. 45 to 60 minutes is what we can aim for. And throughout this, you shouldn't be feeling very, very tired. You should be able to breathe with your nose in and out. Right? So if we run, sometimes, we exercise too much and we feel that we need to use our mouth to breathe already. That is the time that we are over the heart rate already. We'll be over. Right? So this is the heart rate that we want to maintain. And let me share with you a short video, right, of this person, this expert that talk about zone 2 training. Right, to talk about this, let me share with you this video on YouTube that talks about zone 2 training. I think it's pretty good. It's actually very, very useful. Okay? That we can all learn together.
I would say supportive. Because like it's comfortable, but it also supports my back.
Looks like.
Right.
I talk about it an awful lot, but I want you to kind of see how we manage it. It's primarily managed through RPE, rate of perceived exertion. And as I've said before, I'm not really using my heart rate at all to determine where I'm going to be, nor do I have a particular power target. Today, I'm averaging 225 watts. Over the past 2 weeks, it's been as high as 230, as low as 218. Heart rate today, right now, about 137. It's been as high as 142, as low as 134, meaning throughout the past couple of weeks. I do check my lactate using this device at the end of each ride, targeting 1.7 to 1.9. My range for the past 2 weeks has been as low as 1.3 and as high as 2.0. But you don't need to worry about any of that stuff. This is what you need to worry about. As you can see, I can carry out a conversation. It's just not that comfortable. I'd much rather shut up and listen to a podcast or an audiobook. But if I have to talk, I can. And I've spent some zone 2s on the phone the entire time. Not particularly enjoyable for the person on the other line, I'm sure. But that's really your litmus test. So don't get caught up in what your watts are and what heart rate is as a percentage of maximum heart rate. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Just reproduce this level of exertion. I like to do it on a bike indoors because it's steady state. But you can do it on a treadmill. You can do it on the Stairmaster. You can do it walking really quickly, provided the elevation is somewhat consistent. You can run, you can swim. Just produce this level of exertion. I want to spend at least 3 hours a week in this zone. But if you're just starting out, you might want to do 3 times 20 minutes a week. There you have it, zone 2.
Right. So this is about zone 2 training, and is by this expert called Peter Attia. He's the expert in training and also in this zone 2 training. Right. So this is what I've been learning from him. Like what he said, he would like to do 3 to 4 times a week, 45 to 60 minutes. But if you're just starting out, you can just do 20 minutes 3 times a week and try it out, right? In 3 months, in 6 months, you'll be able to see the difference. If we put this as what we're going to do this year, this is definitely what I'm going to do for this year, I should be able to see a very good result by the end of the year, right? It's looking at long term, of course. You don't expect to see result in a week or in 2 weeks, right? So Zone 2 training is what we'll do. And this is what we will do, Zone 2, for our next walk as well. On the 13th of January, we're going to walk the Thompson Park. So we're going to try to do this for 60 minutes. Okay, 60 minutes of Zone 2. Try to get everybody to walk together to have that level of assertions, like what Peter Achaya said just now, to try to feel, how do you feel when you're doing Zone 2? Okay, it should be comfortable. It should be something that you can reproduce a few times a week, not being too tired. All right, so come and join us to experience Zone 2 next Saturday. All right, if you can. Okay, so this is 150 to 300 minutes is to maintain a healthy weight. If you need more, if you need to lose weight, you need to do a bit more, right? You need to do a bit more. And of course, with our healthy diet as well, our healthy plate will be able to complement the workout. So many times I hear my friends say that, because I work out so much, I'm entitled to eat whatever I want. I don't agree, right? As much as we exercise, no matter how much exercise you do, you can run for the whole day. Your body cannot produce a single calcium. Your body cannot produce any vitamin C, right? Our body cannot produce any protein or essential fatty acids. We still need to get it from our food. So choosing the right food is still important. Of course, we'll be talking about this week in, week out as well, right? But this week, today, we talk about mainly physical activity, workout. So if you want additional motivation, you can join us every Friday and Saturday morning at Tampines or online. We have this stream on Facebook Live as well. So you can even follow the Facebook Live to do the exercise together. Friday will be basic, suitable for elderly. Saturday will be intermediate, right? A bit more xiong. I have started working with Brahm Center as well. And these are the yoga class that I conduct together with Hui Ming, my yoga classmate. So this will be on Saturday morning, one session at 9 o'clock, the other session at 10:15. Right? 8 sessions for only $80. And we are starting this Saturday. So if you can, if you're around the area, you like to do therapeutic yoga to work on flexibility, strength, and mobility, this is what we can do, right? Let me know. I send you the link and you can just register using Eventbrite, right? Then this is the top. This is the walk, okay? So you can have a screenshot of this, or you can scan the QR to join the walk. All right, so this is the Thompson Walk. You can go. Are we going? So come with me. All right, and this is next week. Okay, I've invited Michelle. Finally, she's supposed to join us last month, but she was sick. Unfortunately, lost her voice. Right. So next week, finally, she's coming to share with us on mindfulness fundamentals. So please help to invite more of your friends so that her effort don't go wasted. And week after, we're going to talk about healthy eating tips. So here we will be going through some of the ingredients for Chinese New Year so that we can pick better ingredients when we need to cook for our family members, for our loved ones, for a healthier Chinese New Year feasting. I know that 很多人都说是重灾区, right? It's going to be challenging to eat healthy during Chinese New Year. But of course, there are ways we can do that. Okay, so this is our cooking class. If you want to put in some healthy Vietnamese cuisine into your Chinese New Year cooking this year, come to the class on 20th of January. This is a Saturday, 3 to 5 p.m. at Sengkang. Right, so $28 per person or $48 for 2 person. You get a pack of organic rice paper and organic noodles, so that after you learn, you have the ingredients to go back and cook as well. All right. Again, you can register, take a screenshot to register through QR or register with Patricia. Right. So this one. And then let's move on. Just a quick quiz. How much moderate intensity aerobic minutes should we aim for adults? Okay. Let's aim for 300 minutes a week, right? 300 minutes. That is 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. You have 2 days of break for the body to rest, whatever. But aim for 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. And what are the suggestions to work out without a gym? You can work out at a fitness corner in the park. You can jog, you can cycle around the island. You can walk with us, of course. Simple weight workout at home, or even just walk up the steps. Right? If you need to go down from where you stay 2 times a day, 3 times a day, just walk up the steps. Don't walk down, because walking down gives more impact on the knee joint. So you walk up and then you can take the lift down. All right? And then sufficient physical activity, of course, is not the only way, because for health, we are looking at EARN. For healthy weight, we are also looking at EARN, exercise, positive attitude, enough rest, and good nutrients, right? So mentally, like today, I'm very happy because I had enough sleep. I had really very good sleep last night, a good 8 hours, right? So I think that really affects our overall health as well. Not just physical, but mental fitness, right? So having EARN is so, so important, right? So any questions? Of course, many of you will know that we are also running our 28-day wellness program this month, the whole of January. So if you want to learn more about the fitness program, also let me know, because this month we're going to come together. We'll set up a chat group. Every day we'll be sharing our meals, encouraging each other to eat a bit healthier, to drink enough water, to do some meditation, breathing exercise, basically to take good care of our health this month, because we know next month we're going to party a bit more, right? And it's with this community that we hope to bring everyone together to learn, to motivate, encourage each other, and to stay healthy. All right?